What happens when two brothers who once shared the same grief, the same childhood, and the same destiny end up standing on opposite sides of one of the world's most famous families? For years, Prince William and Prince Harry seemed inseparable. They survived the loss of their mother together. They walked behind Princess Diana's coffin together, and many believed their bond could never be broken. But today, the relationship between the future king and his younger brother has become one of the biggest royal stories of our time. So how did two brothers who once relied on each other for everything become so divided? And is there still hope for reconciliation? The story of William and Harry is more than a royal family drama. It's a story of duty, grief, loyalty, and the enormous pressure that comes with being born into the monarchy. From their childhood under Princess Diana's care to military service, marriage, family conflicts, and explosive public interviews, their relationship has experienced extraordinary highs and painful lows. In this video, we'll trace the journey of two brothers whose lives were forever shaped by the crown, and explore whether their fractured bond can ever truly be repaired. Let's get into it. TWO princes, TWO very different destinies. From the moment Prince William was born in 1982, his future was already written. As the eldest son of the future king, he was destined to one day wear the crown. When Prince Harry arrived 2 years later, he entered the world under a very different label, the Spare. Within royal circles, there's an old saying, the heir and the spare. One child is prepared for the throne. The other exists as insurance for the monarchy. While both boys grew up together, the reality of their futures was very different from the start. William carried the burden of expectation. Harry enjoyed greater freedom. And although they didn't fully understand it as children, that difference would eventually shape their relationship forever. Princess Diana's boy-ass. If there was one person who united William and Harry completely, it was their mother. Princess Diana adored her sons. Behind palace walls, she wasn't simply a princess. She was a loving, playful mother who wanted her children to experience life beyond royal privilege. She took them to amusement parks. She introduced them to ordinary people. She tried to ensure they understood both privilege and hardship. Friends and staff often described Diana's relationship with her sons as exceptionally close. But Diana's own emotional struggles sometimes created challenges. William, in particular, often became her confidant at a very young age. As he grew older, he increasingly felt the weight of responsibilities that no child should have to carry. Still, despite everything happening around them, William and Harry remained incredibly close. They were brothers, teammates, and often each other's strongest source of support. He tragedy that changed everything. Then came August 1997. Princess Diana died following a car crash in Paris. William was just 15. Harry was only 12. The loss devastated both boys. Suddenly, they weren't just grieving their mother. They were grieving in front of the entire world. Millions watched as the brothers walked behind Diana's coffin during her funeral procession. It became one of the defining images of modern royal history. For William and Harry, however, it wasn't history. It was heartbreak. Many royal observers believe that Diana's death brought the brothers closer than ever before. No one else could fully understand what they had experienced. They shared a loss unlike any other. And for years afterward, that shared grief formed the foundation of an extraordinarily strong bond. Different personalities, different paces. As they entered adulthood, their differences became increasingly visible. William was cautious, thoughtful, and deeply aware of his future role. Harry was adventurous, spontaneous, and often rebellious. Friends frequently described Harry as the fun-loving brother who could make anyone laugh. William was viewed as the serious strategist. One former royal insider famously compared them this way. William was the general. Harry was the soldier. Yet despite their differences, they complemented each other. Together, they represented the future of a modern monarchy. For a time, it seemed like the perfect partnership. Military years. Both princes found purpose in military service. For Harry especially, the armed forces became a defining chapter of his life. He genuinely loved military culture and built strong relationships with fellow servicemen and women. His deployment to Afghanistan earned widespread respect. William also pursued military training, later becoming an RAF search and rescue pilot. These experiences gave both brothers a sense of independence and identity beyond royal life. But eventually, military careers came to an end. And that's when the reality of royal duty began to take center stage. For William, royal service was always part of the plan. For Harry, the transition proved more complicated. Marriage changed everything. In 2011, William married Catherine. The royal wedding captivated the world. Kate quickly became an important part of the family. She developed a close relationship with Harry and appeared to fit naturally into the brothers' dynamic. For several years, William, Kate, and Harry were seen as the monarchy's dream team. Then, everything changed. Harry met Meghan Markle. Their relationship moved quickly. The engagement generated enormous excitement worldwide. But according to multiple reports, concerns emerged behind palace walls. William reportedly advised Harry to take things slowly. To William, it was brotherly advice. To Harry, it may have felt like criticism. Whatever the intention, many royal commentators identify this period as the beginning of the brothers' growing divide. The fracture deepens. After Harry and Meghan's marriage, tensions reportedly increased. Stories emerged about disagreements within royal households. Differences in working styles created friction. Staff complaints attracted media attention. Most importantly, William and Harry increasingly appeared to be viewing the monarchy through completely different lenses. William saw duty, tradition, and continuity. Harry increasingly saw constraints, pressures, and personal sacrifice. Eventually, the Sussexes announced they would step back from royal duties. The decision shocked the world. For the first time, the royal family's future seemed uncertain. Harry and Meghan relocated to North America and began building an independent life. The distance between the brothers was no longer emotional. It was geographical too. Interviabs, ACC-US stations, and public pain. The years that followed saw tensions become public. The Oprah interview, the Netflix documentary, Harry's memoir, Spare. Each project offered Harry and Meghan an opportunity to tell their side of the story. But each revelation also widened the divide. Allegations were made. Private conversations became public. Family disagreements became international headlines. For many observers, the most painful aspect wasn't the accusations themselves. It was watching two brothers who once seemed inseparable drift further apart. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. And in families, public disagreements often leave the deepest scars. Moments hop. Despite everything, there have been moments that suggested reconciliation might still be possible. The unveiling of Princess Diana's statue in 2021. The funeral of Prince Philip. The death of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. On these occasions, William and Harry stood together once again. The world watched closely. Every conversation, every glance, every shared moment became a source of speculation. Were they healing? Or simply setting aside differences temporarily? No one outside the family truly knows. But those moments reminded everyone of something important. Before they were princes, they were brothers. Feud brothers. Today, William stands firmly as heir to the throne. As Prince of Wales, his responsibilities continue to grow. One day, he will become king. Harry, meanwhile, has built a very different life in America with Meghan and their children. Their paths are now dramatically different. Yet family ties have a way of enduring even through conflict. Many royal experts believe reconciliation remains possible, not because the disagreements are small, but because the bond between brothers often survives things that seem impossible from the outside. Only time will reveal whether William and Harry can find their way back to one another. The story of William and Harry isn't just about royalty. It's about family. It's about grief, loyalty, misunderstanding, and the difficult choices that can change relationships forever. Do you think Prince William and Prince Harry will eventually reconcile, or has too much happened for their relationship to be repaired? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the royal family, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next royal documentary. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.